How are we doing today, guys? Mask here, and I'm excited to share with you my Union Attack version of our over 8k point level 40 Kaiba deck. This is going to be even the slightest bit more consistent than the non-Union Attack version as far as successfully completing the farm goes. It's incredibly easy. We're pushing even past that. I don't even know, 97% win rate I want to say this deck's had in testing so far. The concept's pretty well the same. I'll hop into the deck list here so we can check it out. You're obviously going to just heal, install, and get your apples out. You want to progress through your levels of apple tokens. Your goal is to get a Blue Eyes apple token. And your end game, obviously, you've got your Gravekeeper's Vassal. You're going to kill the enemy Blue Eyes, autonomous action unit, steal the Blue Eyes, and play your Guardian of the Throne Room on your second last turn. On your second last turn after playing Guardian of the Throne Room, the enemy should not attack into it. They are coded to just go into a defensive mode and let you deck out. They think they're going to win that way. And 2 Union attacks, Guardian of the Throne Room, and Blue Eyes, combined with Gravekeeper's Vassal, is going to hit you 10,000 damage, getting you the over 10,000 damage score, as well as only doing damage by effect. This deck scores 8,000 without a single Glossy or Prismatic card required. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into the farm and check it out. We should have Kaiba loaded up in the gate here. Got a lot of keys to burn through. Alright, what kind of opening hand are you going to give us this time? I always love it when they give us garbage opening hands. It just shows off how consistent this thing can be. Nutrient Z and a golden apple, it's not terrible. Supremacy Berry actually as well, definitely worth noting. 2 golden apples. So I think we're going to go ahead and put down 1 apple and 1 Nutrient Z. I'm pretty sure if he doesn't summon another monster, I might just tank this hit to the face. No, there's Force Raider. Perfect. Force Raider is apple level 1, we like to call it. We now have a level 1 apple out. This apple nothing can touch or make it through this apple unless it's an enemy controller sacrifice play or a tributed monster. That being said, we already have Nutrient Z down on the board. We're completely protected from any tribute monster. The second he goes to attack us, we're just going to heal for way more than he can hit us for. So the farm, we've already gotten through the absolutely minuscule chance of failing this farm. Like, I haven't even seen the possibility yet, where basically the enemy sets up and kills you in like the first turn. Right now, actually, if I'm to consider this, we could just apple now. It's going to prevent him from hitting us with a second Force Raider. That would save us in the emergency situation that we did need, but because we have the Supremacy Berry in our hand, we actually don't need to worry about it. So we'll just let this one slide through. We'll leave the apples. We're going to heal up with the Supremacy Berry, and then we are totally safe because it's going to proc a Destiny draw, and we're going to get to pick out 1 card that will keep us now. We have an apples down already, and a Nutrient Z. So the only possible risk at failing this farm at this point is a second enemy controller steal coming in the next 2 or 3 turns before we are totally set up. But what completely protects us from that is 1 Enchanted Javelin. The second we have that Javelin down, we would be totally protected from that play as well. The Supremacy Berry is going to come through, heal us for 2k here. Now with this setup, we're laughing. We're totally good. We'll go back in defensive mode. Force Raider is incapable of breaking through that token. He will keep passively playing now until he either A, draws another Econ, or draws a tribute monster. Never attack face down cards. I just like to attack the ones that are face up, just because, why not? He will never trade with a face up Malice token. It's in their coding to not trade with the token. I say that as he literally does it. Well, scratch that. He will only trade if the token if he has lethal. Like a lot of other things in the game. But lucky for us, he did not have lethal. And there you go. So at least I do like getting the ability to expose possible ways that this farm can mess up. Definitely not fail. Far from fail, but mess up for sure. We basically are going to get reverted to not having a level 1 token, but we have already burned one of the enemy controllers, so that threat's out of the way. We have one Nutrient Z down, no other cards. I'm trying to figure out. We have apples. We have a Nutrient Z and an apples down. I think I'm going to go ahead and get another Enchanted Javelin set, and we're probably going to have to slowly progress through these tokens again. Hopefully, it would actually be ideal that he tribute summons right now. He's not going to. So instead, we're going to have to... Actually, at this point, we're going to pass on the Enchanted Javelin and just take an apples. We'll take an apples, put it in defense mode, and it's going to hold the field for us. This, I really hope we pull this farm up, because we not only did we not draw this perfectly, but we made a mistake. And this deck, honestly, this deck is so good, it can easily win through errors like this. Enchanted Javelin. Did I pull a third apple? I don't remember. No, we've an Enchanted Javelin and Nutrient Z. So we did not get a chance to... what I should have done there is Enchanted Javelin, because I could have Enchanted Javelin and tanked 2 hits. I needed to tank both hits to proc a Destiny draw, and the Destiny draw would have pulled the second... the Destiny draw would have pulled our last apple out of the deck. And we actually need that apple in order to set up our last token. So hopefully we just naturally draw into there it is, perfect. So we have the last apple now. We are absolutely, completely safe after making an error too. It's actually the best way to show off a farming deck. If you're able to make an error and continue going on. Only thing I can think of that would start to screw me up now is if it actually takes him so long to, nope, this will do something. There's the last enemy controller. That's good. So 1313. We're going to take 3900 here if I do nothing. I think I'm going to tank the first hit, and then should I apples the second? We only have 1 apples left. We need to save the apples. No. So we're going to go ahead and just Enchanted Javelin one of these. Just not to die. That's the only thing we need to worry about at this point. We don't need apples, because we are set up with a Nutrient Z, and the token will return to our side. Perfect. So he's not going to be able to do that same attack again unless he summons a stronger monster. We are at a little bit of a risk right now of him getting out another Vorse Raider. If he gets out another Vorse Raider before tribute summoning, this mistake we made might come back to bite us, but I think we should be fine. Summon Vorse Raider, right as I said it, there it is. So we are going to be in a little bit of a sticky situation here, all because of that error we made in putting our original level 1 token in attack mode. That level 1 token that was in attack mode would never have been touched by any of these monsters, and we wouldn't have been in trouble whatsoever. We are going to get another Destiny draw now to see if there's something we can pull to help us out here. At this point, we're just waiting for the game to potentially... No, there's actually nothing. We're praying that he tribute summons right now. The possibility of us winning at this point completely relies on Kaiba tribute summoning a Blue Eyes this turn. There is a 1 in 5 chance, 20% chance it happens, and the game saves our mistake. He tribute summons Blue Eyes, and it is, of course, Blue Eyes maintenance today. I love the update. It's actually hilarious. Oh man, thank you for answering my prayers, essentially. As you guys can see, this deck was done, huge errors were made, and we still are going to pull this farm off. With no enemy controllers left, with 0 enemy controllers left, there is absolutely nothing this deck can do up against a level 3, 3000 attack, 3000 defense Malice token. No, the Blue Eyes will never touch it. Enemy controller is the only threat. We have successfully completed the farm. What we do need to do now is start working on low life, so we're going to go ahead and get this mirror wall up. And preemptively, we're going to... So there's a reason I put Yami in this deck, guys. One very specific reason. There are times where Kaiba is going to set 3 cards in his back row. So we took out one of the healing cards, because to be honest, this deck doesn't even need that much heal. There's still going to be so many healing cards we're not even going to use, and you guys saw us burn through 3 to 4 extra healing cards this run, just because we could. So we're going to go ahead and we set Yami to be an extra card on the field for our Storm, so we can successfully kill his entire back row without having to worry about it. We are about to run into a problem trying to use Autonomous Action Unit, though. A very unfortunate time where you land exactly on 4,500. Actually, I think I can think of a way. No, it's going to prevent us from doing that. So we cannot afford to pay our taxes, actually. If we pay our taxes here, that'll drop us to 2,000. Oh, what am I saying? No, we can exactly pay our taxes, of course. And it's actually the math that works out perfect. It'll get us exactly low life. Anyhow, ignore what I'm saying. The combination between Autonomous Action Unit and Mirror Wall is pretty well going to guarantee your ability to get to low life. Now, if my calculations and testing is correct from the past, if we summon Guardian of the Throne Room right now, the Blue Eyes Dragon should not attack us this turn. The NPCs are basically programmed, from what I can tell, to not attack us on their last turn. They're programmed to just allow us to deck out. Boom, there it is. He had the ability to attack. He could have attacked the face down. He will not attack it on our second last turn. That's how we're going to get Guardian of the Throne Room out ahead of time. Now this turn we are going to... Actually, I did make an error. No, I made a grave error. How many errors can you make in one farm? Come on, Mask. We are supposed to trade the Malice token into Blue Eyes on our second last turn. We have made a huge error. We are not going to be able to hit over 10k with this farm. It's still going to perform excellently, but we're going to have to summon the Gravekeeper's Vassal. And as you guys can clearly see, we can't get rid of our token. And the play here is supposed to be trade token into Blue Eyes, Autonomous Action Unit the Blue Eyes back onto your field. Obviously, flip your Guardian of the Throne Room into attack mode. And then the combination of 2 Union attacks on a Blue Eyes and Guardian of the Throne Room and the Gravekeeper's Vassal's original attack adds up to exactly 10,000 damage. I used Guardian of the Throne Room to show you guys just how minimal that last monster can be. All we really need is the Blue Eyes and any monster that has 1650 attack or more. So we will just go ahead and Secret Pass to the Treasures, the Vassal. And then I guess because we're not actually going to be able to use Autonomous Action Unit, which is also going to prevent us from getting low life, which really sucks. Doesn't matter, we'll set it, we'll go ahead and get our Storm off. And we're going to be able to clear his entire back row, which would have basically set us up to be guaranteed to safely play the Autonomous Action Unit. There's the Twister that would have messed us up. We're still going to complete this. We might not actually kill him due to Guardian of the Throne Room not buffing us enough. It's only going to give us what? No, we're definitely not going to kill him because we buffed him to 6,000 HP, which I'm actually quite a fan of doing. I love buffing him to 6,000 HP because that allows us to direct attack. Or wait, token worked. Wait a second. Total attack of all your face-up attack position monsters. I am so dumb. So I ran this deck and I tested it with token before. And here I thought we had to put in all these extra measures to get a hold of his Blue Eyes. I just forgot to put my stupid token in attack mode. This deck just got even easier. We're gonna go ahead and finish this. This is super hype. We've successfully done it. After making countless mistakes, the deck just kept rewarding us with answers. And yeah. We can go modify this deck, take out a card, actually, and make it even more safe and easier to succeed. I'm going to go ahead and make that modification really quick. And check it out, guys. 8,200 points. We did not get low LP, low life points. Low life points would have been a bonus 500. So we had 700 points in Glossy. We would have had 8,700 points with 700 in Glossy. This is a 8,000 point farming deck. Extremely easy to pull off. Borderline guaranteed success. 8k. Not one glossy card required. We have successfully cracked Kaiba. Now, this farm version here works, obviously, but you guys can tell Autonomous Action Unit is in there for a reason. And we don't need the Guardian of the Throne Room, which means we don't even have to risk the second last turn summon. But as you guys can see just how easy it was, that was one way we can do it right there. To be honest with you, you guys could keep it exactly how it is. This is going to work. It's going to work without you having to pull off the Autonomous Action Unit. It was essentially a dead card in that deck. But I'm going to go ahead and make the modification to the deck to make it absolutely perfect. Now that I know the token doesn't work, I forgot to put the token in attack mode on my last turn. That's the reason it didn't work. It's actually hilarious. So we no longer need Guardian of the Throne Room. And running Autonomous Action Unit is perfect. We were running the Yami to guarantee the backline clear. And although we definitely don't need it, we could just throw in another healing card. I guess we'll throw in, you would throw in an extra Supremacy Berry, Reign of Mercy if you had it. I just happen to know that this deck doesn't have those. So we will throw in another Numinous Healer. Or a Numinous Healer, sorry. Because why not? Another healing option keeps us even more safe. This deck, like the ratio of this deck working is just crazy. I'm going to quickly update our on-screen deck here with the proper list. Just bear with me. And I have it right here. There you go. So the deck list is updated with our new deck now. This is going to be the perfect farming layout. And yeah, let's go ahead and save that. And we're going to run this one more time with the optimal setup. Man, I can't believe that. I was actually so pissed. I thought the berry didn't work. I thought it was a claws and union attack, that a token wasn't a monster. I actually just forgot to put the stupid token in attack mode. So that makes this, guys, this is back to being the most ridiculously easy farm now that works. Like, our end game card requirement is Vassal, Autonomous Action Unit, 2 union attacks, Secret Pass to the Treasures, and holding on to a Storm till the very end. 6 cards, 0 chance at hand clogging, very, very minimal chance at dead drawing the deck. In fact, this was one of the worst ways you can draw this deck. We went first, we only drew a nurse, we have minimal healing, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, how this plays out. He's going to go ahead and Vorce Raider us, which is not even going to proc our Destiny draw. So this was borderline the worst way physically possible to draw this deck, to open it up. But I am so confident we're going to have 0 problem in completing this farm. There it is, though, apples. The game is going to bless us with a naturally drawn apple, so I guess it wasn't the worst way it could be drawn now, but here we go. Apples on board, like I told you guys. The levels of apples, if we don't screw it up like a dummy and leave it in attack mode, is level 1, level 2, level 3, of course, Vorce Raider being our level 1 apple. Get that out, leave it in defense mode. Don't make the same mistake I did. If it's in defense mode, Vorce Raider will never trade with it, and you know you cannot lose this apple until a tribute summon is performed. That being said, with this Destiny draw, we have a decision to make. Do we go for an apple? No, we don't, because we're going to naturally draw into an apple, which means we are going to pull a Nutrient Z, because we know the only possible way we're going to take damage is if a tribute is done, and that tribute will allow him to attack through the token, or Kaiba pulls off an enemy controller play, which is no big deal. He might do that right now with 2 face down cards, which is perfect. So he'll do an enemy controller play, and we will take a decent amount of damage to our face here, but once again, we've already healed enough that it is absolutely no problem. We'll get to Destiny draw out. With Nutrient Z already down, I think we're actually going to Destiny draw out a Javelin here. That's going to basically secure us if that second enemy controller comes extremely quickly before we have the opportunity to heal up. If you guys had a Supremacy Berry, an extra Supremacy Berry, that's probably what would have been your best option to pull here. We don't forget to put our token back in defense mode, and we're laughing. We just continue to wait until Kaiba happens to... Wow, back-to-back enemy controllers. So glad we pulled that Javelin now. Oh, and here comes Blue Eyes, actually. We have not gotten the apple down yet, which sucks. But it doesn't matter, because we knew our only risk at getting killed was going to be a tribute over top of that token. Enchanted Javelin had us covered for the second econ activation, and we're going to draw into an apple, which will be set up, and the second we get that apple down, we're going to skip straight to level 3 apple. And we knew that this was an apple here, because your deck does not get mixed from Destiny Draw, so we'll go ahead and lay it. 2 enemy controllers scratched off the list, that's all the threats out of the way. Blue Eye summoned, here he goes. The second he gets this attack over with, we get what I like to call the level 3, 3000 attack, 3000 defense Malice token on the field, and at that point we are good. Farm done. Success. Start counting your points and figure out how you're going to get low life. So do your start doing your end of the game calculations. Check your last card. Make sure your last card's not something you want. I want Mirror Wall, so I'm going to go ahead and get Mirror Wall out. Part of the way we're going to guarantee low life. At 5,300 attack, or 5,300 life points, sorry, we are going to, we could drop to 3,300, and then drop 1,000, we could drop to 3,300, and then we could drop to 2,300, another 5 will be 1,800, that's not low enough yet, so we actually want to, I think we're going to want to get a heal off, and that is the reason I love running the Rain of Mercies in this, because if you depend too much on reactive trap cards, once you have the safety net set up that we have right now, you cannot tweak your life points to help you get that low life. So now if we activate Mirror Wall twice, we are going to drop ourselves, actually you know what, there's zero reason to stall on the activation of Mirror Wall, it's just going to get us free Destiny draws. There is zero risk left at this point. The enemy can do absolutely nothing. He will never attack your token. He has no enemy controllers left. There's the Autonomous Action Unit. We're just going to pay our taxes. And at this point, we know we have a Rain of Mercy left in the deck. So we're just going to pay our taxes twice, drop to 3,300. We will heal with Rain of Mercy. Sorry, we'll drop to 1,300. We're going to heal with the Rain of Mercy, which I might as well do right now. While I got the topic on mind, I'll grab the deeper one. I think there's another one in here. We'll heal up with Rain of Mercy, which is going to pop us to, after the Mirror Wall taxes again, it'll put us back up to 2,300, setting us up perfectly for Autonomous Action Unit to drop us into sub 1,000, which is the guaranteed parameter for this deck to get 8,000 natural duel assessment. No Glossy or Prismatic required, not even one card. Secret Pass to the Treasures comes online. We do not pay this Mirror Wall tax here. Almost screwed that up. Good thing I was paying attention. And we have the Yami field spell set. Once again, I threw the Yami in because this deck is just, it has so much space. There's so many options. And it's there so we guarantee a full backline clear on Kaiba. One Storm will proc 3 cards, allowing us to kill 3 backlines, guaranteeing we eliminate all of the Twisters. Twister will be used by Kaiba to counter the activation of your Autonomous Action Unit. Just always double check, make sure you have your Storm set, don't activate it by accident. But we know once we have the Storm set, this deck requires 0 setup. There's nothing needed to be set on the field until the very last turn. We're not at risk of our hand clogging at all. So we can fill our field up as long as we know we have Storm there. And we are now set up for our last turn. That being said, you don't even need to set Storm in advance. I like doing it to prevent yourself from making the mistake of clogging the field and preventing yourself from being able to do your end game. I know you've all probably messed farms up many times doing that. So we got 2 turns left. Going to pull off the flawless. And if you guys can see, this farm was done with 2 apples as well, which is great. It's going to be the absolute dream farm. Unfortunately, for those without Union Attack, it's not this easy, but there is another video that we did make, the Union Attackless version, which is just as good, to be honest. It still can score 8k. To get the 8k points, though, you are going to have, there is a little bit of a Glossy requirement, or you need to modify it and get a little riskier with getting out a Fusion Summon and perhaps a Tribute Summon. Still extremely achievable, and honestly running at a higher win rate than most other Legendary Duelists we're used to farming. But there you go, we blow the whole back line, 0 risk, we got rid of all of the Twisters. I really like the Field Spell edition. It's something I probably would do to my other edition of the deck as well. add the field spell to guarantee eliminating the twisters. Actually, you know what? No, we wouldn't. The thing with the other version of the deck, running the Rokus and the Piranha, is it doesn't depend on autonomous action unit like this deck does. This deck absolutely depends on you pulling a monster with autonomous action unit. That monster, like we were saying, only needs to be 1600 attack or more though. No need for any more than that. I'll pull Vorse Raider just because I can here. And do not forget to turn your Malice token into attack position. That is the requirement. I can't believe I messed that up before. It's because I don't have much experience with Union Attack myself. Face up attack position monsters. And yeah, the last bit of the farm here. Everyone's seen it a million times. Toss your Union Attacks onto the Vassal. We've already Secret Passed to the treasures. There is absolutely nothing left on his side of the field that could possibly cause us a problem. There goes Union Attack 1. There goes Union Attack 2. 10,500. And there you got it. Oh, that feels good. Man, was that ever easy too. Natural. Not a single Glossy or a single Prismatic card. Tally up the score. Comeback victory, low LP, cards on the brink, victory by effect damage only, 700 Glossy points, 3,000 from over 9,999 damage, and we're going to score 200 from destroying 7 monsters, 100 from activating a spell, 100 from activating a trap, and your 100 from performing that special summon. Destroying 7 monsters, guys, having him discard monsters into the graveyard counts as destroying them. It's really interesting, and it happens every single game. But, fortunately, we didn't pull an enemy controller, so you guys don't get to see me scream like a little girl. But, yeah, that is the optimized... Guys, this is quite literally the best deck you can get possibly to put together to farm Kaiba with. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You could add a couple Supremacy Berries. That's definitely possible. Although, I do like the variation that the Rain of Mercies give you. I think I would take out Numinous Healer, though. I would take out Numinous Healer and add either a third Rain of Mercy, a Dian Keto the Cure Master, or any other card that heals you by 1,000, or add in a second Supremacy Berry. Those are the modifications you could make, which could potentially improve it. But I mean, I have done this farm, the Union Attack version and the non-Union Attack version, literally 30 times today now, and have not lost one run. Not a single one. This deck is just doing absolute work. I'll pull up the deck list here for you guys again while I'm closing off. Honestly, I'm just so glad we finally cracked Kaiba. I still have 0 enemy controllers, as I'm sure many of you guys who hang out on the stream know. It is basically the stream meme. Countless numbers of you have been timed out or temporarily banned in total tilt when you guys tease me about not having enemy controllers. Anyhow, we won't go on about that. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. And honestly, share this video with anybody you know. The news on how to get enemy controllers should get around there. It's something that really helps up the competitiveness of any of your decks you're using in PvP. Pretty much all the top tier decks call for 1 or 2 enemy controllers. Some of them even say run 3. This is how it's going to happen. This is, I want to say, you have your Union Attack and your non-Union Attack version. This is how you farm Kaiba. 8,000 points without breaking a sweat. Not a single Glossy or Prismatic requirement. You can't beat that. I am sorry the deck is expensive. I know it's running triple golden apples. I can't help that. Kaiba is extremely hard to farm, and this is how we did it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash that subscribe button. Check us out on social media. That's where you're going to know when we're going online for the streams. I update new videos there as well. And of course, guys, come hang out on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/MasKScarin. Check out the stream. We have a lot of fun. We got a nice Discord community growing too, where we're always talking about deck strategy, how to build new decks on Discord. Big shout out to my Discord community as well. That's where we got... We about 8 of us worked for about 4 hours straight to put this deck together, theorycraft everything. And also, I need to give a humongous shout out to one of my mods on my Twitch channel, Masharada. He allowed me, it's because of him I was able to bring you guys this Union Attack version of the video. You all also know I don't possess Union Attack myself. Masharada was able to help me out in being able to bring you guys the Union Attack version of this. Thanks a lot. And yeah. Guys, like I said, if you go to the Twitch channel, type in !Discord, the bot's going to forward you a link to join our Discord channel as well. And honestly, that's where some of this magic happens. Come hang out. It's an awesome growing community there. And yeah, stay tuned for more, guys. We're looking to farm a Shizu next. That's the next video on my list. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, don't forget, guys, stay classy.